You're listening to Carib Slam Radio, live with Alan Sharma on www.caribslamradionyc.com.
7:01 in New York City. You're listening to Carib Slam Radio Live. Alan Sharma's on the air with you live here on www.caribslamradionyc.com. And as promised, we got the man who has his favorite song, his favorite song, and it's the hit of the summer. And I gotta say, it's really busting up everywhere. Favorite song by Tony Junjeezy, and as promised, we have Tony Junjeezy, and we have him on the phone line. Tony, welcome to Carib Slam Radio. Good evening.
Good evening. Easy.
How's everything going, Tony?
Everything is great. It's good to hear from you again, and I want to say hello to all the listeners of Carib Slam. And I thank you guys for having me over. You know, it's always this. I think this is maybe my second time on the air with you.
No, actually, this is your first time here on Carib Slam Radio. I remember on the other radio outlets I used to be on before, we had you on.
That's right. So, I mean, what's the vibe? What's going on in Carib Slam right now?
We're doing great, man. We recently launched about 5 months ago, so we're growing in all markets across the globe, and we're doing very well. Lots of positive responses, great feedback, so we're doing good. We're going in the right direction.
Well, that's great news, and I got to congratulate you on that. You worked very hard.
Oh yes, I have. So how's this heat been going for you, man? It's been too hot here in New York.
Well, the heat thing isn't so bad. I was born in Guyana, man. I'm built for this.
So where in Guyana are you from?
Originally from Grove.
Oh, from Grove. Okay, so that's not far from Georgetown, the capital.
No, not at all.
The capital of Guyana. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Junjeezy is live right here on CaribSlamRadioNYC.com. Everyone knows about Tony Junjeezy. He's performed here in New York, in Florida, in Toronto. I understand you got a big show coming up in Toronto this coming Sunday. And before we get into more action, you got this new song called "Favorite Song." Tell us more about the song.
Well, this is my first venture away from the Pungalungs factory. And not that there's any issue between Big Rich, the Pungalungs, and I. It's just since I've been in the business for a few years now, management thought it was a good idea for me to kind of showcase a little bit more of what I can do lyrically and with melodies. And, this is why we went to GBM. GBM is responsible for many, many hits. They pretty much are known for working with the big Soca artists, Destra, Kess, Shawn Marshall, and Ravi B. They did all of Ravi B's hits too. So, yeah, that's why we decided to change it up a little bit this year and bring a different vibe. Give me something different to perform.
So I understand that over the recent years you've done Chutney and Chutney Soca music. So what would you classify favorite song in what genre?
After listening to it, originally we went in with a Soca producer, and after listening to the song, the finished product, to be honest with you, man, I really don't know how to classify it.
Well, I would say it's more of Soca to me. It sounds more like Soca to me.
It is what it is to the listeners, man. I think the listeners can probably classify it a bit better for me, but it was done in the sense of Soca, because once the listeners listen to it and hear it and digest it, they will notice it's a different flow from what they're used to hearing from me.
And what do you have coming up later this year? I'm sure you'll be working on a lot more material later on this year.
Well, I still have to release a Chutney with Big Rich the Pungalungs, which we're expecting maybe, if not the end of August, maybe the beginning of September. I also have a reggae track coming out with Ricky Jai. We collabed on that.
Nice.
It was written by yours truly. Ricky tapped me on the shoulder by Terry G's show last year and said, I have an idea that I wanted to bring to fruition, and why don't you just listen to what I'm thinking, and you take it from there. So I met up with him at his house, and he just told me more or less what the direction of the song was going to be, and I just took it from there.
Now, Tony, I understand I believe it was 2 years ago, 2013, you performed with Hunter in the Chutney Soca Monarch semifinals. So what was it like performing with Hunter? This man took you under his wing, and both you and him compiled the song, The Doggy. So what was it like, working with Hunter, going in front of thousands, in front of Skinner Park in Trinidad, and reaching the semifinals of CSM 2013?
Well, we actually reached the finals.
Yes, now I remember. I forgot. I remember, before it was a semifinal, but I completely forgot. My apologies.
No sweat, man. Listen, it was my first song ever. I've never performed anywhere, and Hunter's an intimidating character. But once I got to know him, he became like a big brother to me. And we actually just spoke yesterday. He sent me a new song that's unreleased, and I got to tell you that Hunter's song is going to be crazy. But yeah, Hunter's been like a big brother to me ever since. Performing in front of that crowd. Now, mind you, never performing anywhere, then having to perform alongside a veteran, I found myself, pretty nervous. And then all of a sudden, it was in front of thousands of people. And I had to represent for New York. I had to represent for Guyana. And luckily, Hunter collabed with me, helped me. And he took me under his wing, like you said, and he gave me that encouragement and told me there was nothing to worry about, man. Just go out there and sing. Just sing your song, because this is your song. You love it. You wrote it. Just sing it like there was no one else there.
Right. And it was well received by those in Trinidad and Tobago, too.
Yeah, definitely. Trinidadians know me very well. After that song, well, I think everyone knows more of me now, or know who I am after that Doggy song. Mm-hmm. But we went on after that. I went on after that to make several other songs that did pretty well. I mean, I don't know if the listeners are familiar with Mile Up on Your Neck.
I was just about to mention that. Yeah, Mile Up on Your Neck.
Yeah, well, that was my follow-up to Doggy, which was pretty much my first solo project. And then after that, I followed up with Tip the Bottle with Ravi V. Mm-hmm. Then last year, I had a couple of songs that I didn't feel, were the correct releases, but I kind of just went ahead with everyone's opinions, because there's a lot of people involved with making my music and managing me. So I decided to let it go. But I don't felt those songs that I did last year, which was Cutlass and Picky Up Knocky Down, were well received. So hence is why I decided to tell the management, I'm like, listen, we have to go in a different direction this year. So they went ahead and took it upon themselves to reach out to GBM and get me this production for favorite song.
Okay, great. So we're wishing you all the best for this year of 2015. I want to ask you, will you be competing again in CSM 2016?
To be honest with you, I don't have any plans of doing that. Now, I won't say I would never do it again, never say never. But in my mind right now, I'm pretty much not really in tune with Chutney Soca Monarch, and there's several reasons for that. One is I'm a foreign artist, and I don't believe that they will ever let a foreign artist in Trinidad win that championship. And when I say let, I mean let. It doesn't. I don't believe it's anything to do with the quality of song or how big a song is. Yes, your big song will get you there. But I really feel that behind the scenes, it's whoever they want to win will win. And I'm not trying to be disgruntled. I think the competition does highlight a lot of people's careers and help them and boost them. But I don't think it's something that I want to do at this point.
Well, you're right about one thing. It is a platform where rising stars and professional artists who've been in the business a very long time, it gives them, as you said, it gives them a boost. It gives them exposure and really showcase their talent to show the world, show the people what their music is really about and what the artist is really about as well.
It really is a very good platform if you want to do that. But like I said, another issue that I had with the competition that I realized after doing it 2 years in a row was that the foreign artists do not have the luxury of the preparation and the time to put into preparing a set to deliver to thousands of people in a competition setting. You know what I'm saying? We have to make arrangements to fly there. And when we fly there, we may have one practice with the band that's going to back you up. And it's not a band that you're probably familiar with, or as an artist you've never really sang with them. But I'm not trying to take anything away from the competition, but like I said, it doesn't lend itself to help the foreign artists, and it's kind of bad in a sense because the music has moved across the oceans and it's reaching New York, but the New Yorkers don't have the ability to prepare and deliver as much.
Right. Yes, I have heard a lot about what's been going on with the CSM. I personally don't have much involvement in it. I do know some of the artists who have performed at the Chutney Soca Monarch. So with all what's been going on over the recent years, we all just have to hope for the best outcome. Things can change for the artists, and just hoping for positive change.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope so, but I think a competition should not determine how well music is received. Yeah, I mean, I think there should be another platform for music to be delivered, not just in a competition setting. Because in a competition setting, I've spent time with different artists, big artists, small artists in the competition, and I feel like their mindset changes, and them as good people tend to change during that time frame, and then after that, and not even with me, amongst themselves, they are very friendly. They love each other before the competition. During the competition, it gets really nasty between friends, and then after the competition, they're friends again. And for me, I find it pretty foolish, to be honest.
Right, I do understand. But before we conclude, Tony, your song, the song that you just released a few days ago, I believe it's on Monday. Favorite song. Is this your favorite song out of all songs you made or listened to, or do you have other favorite songs?
That's a good question, to be honest with you. All right, so music and the songs that I put out, I'll put it to you this way: they're all a big part of me. Kind of like, to use the analogy, children. They're not my children, but I love it because I put a lot of love into releasing every single song. So to say one song is my favorite song, I wouldn't say that. Maybe the listeners might have favorite songs of mine. But the reason this song had this title was the way it was developed. We were in the studio. I had no idea what I was going to record, and I just had a melody kind of like in my head with no words. So I hummed the melody for Neutron, who is one of the major producers on it out of GBM. And he started playing a melody, he started playing the beat, and the words just fell into place. And the words that fell into place happened to be, every song is my favorite song. All night, music do that to me. So that's how that came to be. And then fishing around for a title, I'm like, just call it favorite song, Because every song is your favorite song when you party.
True, that's true. And you have other favorite genres besides the Chutney genre you've done recently? You have any other favorite genres that you would like to try, or you intend on trying soon, or just like you listen to regularly?
Well, after I dropped Tip the Bottle, I had 3 songs. I had Doggy, Mala, and Tip. Long story short, I have a friend out here in New York that had a connection with someone in the music business out here in America. Mm-hmm. And he took my songs to this gentleman. He listened to it. The guy put me on to a manager out here that I signed with. It's called Black Hole Entertainment. They're a management group. And right now they're in the process of working on an EP with me that we're going to take to record labels to shop. It's not done yet. It's in the process, but their record labels want to hear a Caribbean sound, and they thought it was a great idea to have a young kid that has this mix, not just of Indian, but to have an Indian kid sound like something that they're used to hearing, but with the Indian vibe to it. So it was pretty exciting to get that news, and I'm pretty excited to work on that. It's going to be more along the lines of reggae and soca combined. They heard a lot of material from me already, and like I said, we're in the middle of working on that, but that's not going to be released anytime soon. It's just pretty much to be shopped to labels until we hopefully get a record deal.
Okay, great. Well, Tony, as you just mentioned, what's been going on and what's expected to happen with you in the near future. I wish you all the very best. You've been singing, I believe, since 3 years now, and you've been rising to the top. Very good. So I wish you all the very best. As you say, easy Junjeezy.
Yeah, man. Now listen, I got to tell you again. Thank you for wishing me the best, and I got to tell you. Most of all, thank you for supporting me over the years. You've been there since the very first song, and a lot of people fell off since the first song that came out hot and heavy. But you've always been there, and that says a lot about your character, and I appreciate that.
Oh well, I'm just supporting the artists, and their talent. That's how we achieve together, just by working together.
But I would like to let the listeners know that I do take a lot of time and preparation to make sure I put out the best product that I think I can put out, because I don't take the listeners for granted. I don't want to give them something for them to say, well, what's this guy doing again? You know what I'm saying? Or what's this person? What's nonsense they're singing? We all know our parents say that, and I try very hard not to let that happen. To deliver something that's worthy of the listeners, and I really do hope that they understand I put a lot of work into it, and I hope they enjoy it.
Well, I'm sure this new track, this new single, favorite song will favor a lot of people, and it'll be well received by many, not only here in the U.S. but across the globe. Tony, again, thank you so much for joining us. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to speaking with you later on this year here on Carib Slam Radio.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much for having me in Carib Slam Radio. Keep it locked. That's right, keep it locked. So now we're going to play Favorite Song by Tony Junjeezy. Easy.
It's your boy Junjeezy again. GBM. You know you can find me jamming up in a party in there when the music hit me. Can't study nobody, just that sexy little body right there, whining in front me. You see, you end up in here at random, looking for a bumper to jam down, and I'm drinking everything inside. I'm moving with reckless abandon, soca bumping up in the background. I'm fetting like I get an invite. I hope you don't mind me, I'm just feeling real nice. When the music play and the bumper sway, I could be here all night, getting on. Every song is my favorite song. All night music do that to me. All night music do that to me. You know you can find me jamming up in a party in there when the music hit me. Can't study nobody, just that sexy little body right there, whining in front me. If I get drunk, creating a scene, I'm tipping bottles here with my team. Everybody having a time, staggering, we tipsy, watch we leaning. We just living a dream. Put your hands up for me and scream. Party bouncing up and down like we dancing on a trampoline. I hope you don't mind me, I'm just feeling real nice. When the music play and the bumper sway, I could be here all night, getting on. Every song is my favorite song. All night music do that to me, to me, to me, to me, to me. All night music do that to me. You know you can find me jamming up in a party in there when the music hit me. Can't study nobody, just that sexy little body right there, whining in front me. Don't care about how much money I spend drinks in my cup, I have no problems. I getting on, having the time of my life. I know I come in here with my friends, but I don't think I leave in with them. I'm fetting strong and going till the sunshine. I hope you don't mind me,